Hey everyone, this is Macbigicekeys with a review of LEGO Minifigures Online Open Beta. I had some time to kill today, so I figured I'd try out this game and let you know what I thought about it. So I'm going to get to the point first and give you my overall rating. For what it's worth, I gave it a 2 out of 4 on a 4-point scale, meaning that I might play this game once a month, or I might just play through it for a few hours and then never really see it again. Um, and I base this on 4 different things: on the fun of the game mechanics, the value of the game, and the challenge of the game. So starting off, let's talk about the fun of the game. I thought that this game was, like I said before, something that you would play through because it's new and shiny and kill an hour, get a feel for it, and then you're done and you never want to play it again. Alright, you might get that nostalgic feeling a couple months down the road and be like, oh, I wonder how LEGO Minifigures is doing, and I'm going to give it a try, and then you'll come in and play it for a half hour and then leave again. So and it's enjoyable to walk around and see the different playscapes that they have set up, and some of the different monsters and mobs that they have set up, and the effects, and one of the cool things of the game is that you can collect different minifigures as you level, and as you explore, you get different minifigures, and I think that'll be an element of the game that's enjoyable for a lot of people who like to collect things. Other than that, it's very linear. It's more of a children's game, and I'm coming from the perspective of an adult here. So, if you got kids and you want to have something that's good for them to play, that's innocent enough and fun and easy to manage, I would totally recommend this as a simple game that they can play online. Next is game mechanics. I would say that the game mechanics were overall pretty good. I would say fluid, so I gave it a 3 out of 4 for game mechanics. Everything operates as it should. As you see here, there's a screen on leveling up your characters. Moving around is point to click, kind of Path to Exile style or Diablo style. And the attacks are very similar. Generally, you have an AoE, you have a direct attack, or you have a powerful attack and a direct attack. And it looks like you get maybe one other special attack later on. One of the cool things with the game mechanics is that if you look in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, you see that there's 3 minifigures, and they're kind of like your party, and you can instantaneously switch between each one. So, you could, like right now I have the plumber going, I can AoE with the plumber, and then switch to the archer, who's called Nature's Defender, and do a cast a slow spell AoE, back up, and then hit him with my arrows, and then switch to the caster that I have there, the mermaid, and have her kind of AoE attack. And so you can kind of manage them that way, but do you really need to? No. And that gets to my last point here, which is, or my third point, which is challenge. As far as difficulty goes, I would give this game a 1 out of 4. It's child's play. It's a simple game to play. It's click, 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 and move, and that's really it. The only time that I got to the point where I was in any danger of dying was if I ran through and I pulled like all the mobs, and then they caught up with me and they were eating away at me pretty quickly, but again, it didn't kill me. The mobs do refresh fairly quickly, so that when other players come through, they're not looking at empty areas and they have something to kill. So there's that. Not much to say for challenge. There was maybe, again, I only played it for about an hour. There was maybe 1 or 2 little mental challenges where you had to build something or notice something and click on it, and then like right here, there's a little challenge of shooting boats that are going by after you build the cannon. But again, it's child's play. Nothing wrong with that. If you, like I said, if you have a child, that's awesome. This is a fun experience for them. The last thing I assessed this on was just overall value, and I kind of looked at it from the point of view of time and money. So I would equivocate this game with a free-to-play game. It's not anything that I would go ahead and do the cash shop or do nickel and dime things, which is, I think, a component of their business model. There are a lot of separate adventures that you can go on if you are a member, a paying member, and that equals out to be about, I think, $10 a month as they have it set up if you do 12 months. So it kind of reminds me of some of the other games where, like, you you play the main quest, but if you want to do any of the side quest stuff or the small areas, you're going to pay for extra. You can also buy, other cash shop items in the game too. I don't think it's really worth it because, again, those other areas are missing. So overall, that's what I got for it, and it ended up being a 2 out of 4. So I might, at some point in my life, play this game again, but probably not. It was fun for an hour to play through and kind of see all the shiny things and look at the graphics and experience it. I was disappointed there was no jumping. I'd like to jump around in silly games like this. Jumping is one of the funnest things. I didn't like that there wasn't WASD movement. It was all point to click, and it was very linear. The other thing is that if you are not a member, you can't chat. So you can't even chat with people that are in the free zone. And again, what's an MMO if you can't communicate with other players? So if I had children, yes, I would probably be interested in maybe buying a membership and letting them play this or play it with them. But as an adult, I had no interest whatsoever. So that's my overall review. Not a bad game. I didn't hate it or anything. It's just it's not my cup of tea. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.
If you're still watching, to check out the rest of the gameplay here, this is an interesting component I found. There wasn't really a description for what it is, but basically I determined that while watching it, let's see if I can look at the video, there we go. So you have 3 different sections. You have this lightning bolt section, which is red, you have the shield section, which is blue, and then the hammer section, which is yellow. So I'm guessing that's attack, defense, and special ability. And something about as you level, these blocks level and you fill in the areas on the board that you have available to the percentage that you want each thing to be, and you can see the percentages filling in at the bottom. So again, it wasn't really explained. I was just kind of noticing it and messed around with it, and I thought that was an interesting feature, an interesting way to incorporate Legos into the power and the distribution of power in your kit. Alright, have a good day.